Hello, this is Palico Padge and welcome back to another episode of the Curious Expedition with the new Russian update. We are playing with Rapsutin, the good old mad monk Rapsutin. And I kind of went back on what I said yesterday, kind of, but not really if we're going to get technical. Here's the thing, I am here to make as much money as I can without dying, okay? Now, usually if I'm dying it's because I'm going for the money. But as far as I'm concerned, in the last episode, we got the money. We managed to hit both temples and then get the hell out of Dodge. As it stands, we didn't find the Golden Pyramid, so we have taken a massive fame hit, which, to be honest with you, is probably going to be the end of us as far as getting to first position is concerned, because certain death, I'm sure, has been tweaked to be nigh on impossible to be played fair. Anyway, it's all RNG when you're playing on certain death. You can't take any calculated risks because the odds are just against you. But hey-ho, we survived. That's all that needs to be said as far as that's concerned. So this time around, we have the choice of doing the cursed desert, the demanding jungle, or the deadly drylands. Now, we've already done the drylands. I'd like to think that the cursed desert would be good if we had a much more filled out party. But as it stands, because we've got two tombs on the cursed desert, there's no chance of us getting out there without at least having one mummy encounter. And we just don't have the die to be able to cope with that at the moment. The deadly drylands, we've already done the drylands, so we'll lose the new world bonus. And we're going to need as much fame as we can get. So, all that leaves is the demanding jungle. As it stands, it's probably the easiest out of them all. We've got the one village and the 3 temples, which are ground related, which is awesome. The drylands have the towers, which are no good to us. No. And as I said, the cursed deserts have got the tombs. So the demanding jungle it is. After a good night's rest, I stored my equipment on the ship. We had little time before the ship would be ready, so I imagined what lay beyond the horizon. We were approached by the soldier that had asked us to find Conrad the deserter. Upon hearing that we had no proof of Conrad's whereabouts or status, he was quite disappointed. You know what? What's your name? What's your name? Captain Theophilus Code. More like Captain Theophilus Toad. You didn't tell me there was 2 of them. If there was 2 of them, I would have never have agreed. I don't know if that was a bug. I don't know if that was a bug in the game. There should only have been 1. But even so, I went back several times to see if the duplicate, the clone, the doppelganger had disappeared. But no. He was there and he was standing next to Conrad and he was going to fight to the death. And we had villagers on our asses. I mean, there's no chance, was there? There was no chance. I don't think you can hold that against me. I like to think it was a bug and not just something which happens on certain death. I'm sure I'll find out in the future. So hey ho, 50% fame hit. No, 50 point fame hit. That's what I meant to say. A seasoned hunter proposed an interesting offer. He had heard about my trek and told me a story about an evil hyena called Snarfrattle. He despised the creature with all of his heart and wanted to end the monstrosity. A worthwhile purse would await me if we were able to return with its fur. I'm in no way of a good condition to be able to do that. I mean, we've lost our donkey. Good old trusty donkey is gone, so I'm going to refuse that. I refused to hunt down the animal. I was not inclined to hunt rare species. My previous expeditions had not been of any particular renown, so I was not surprised to see little interest in the departure of our ship. I was relieved to see that at least someone came and offered to join our expedition. Jim Sterling. Thank God for him. You're welcome, sir. You are welcome. We would bolster the expedition team with a talent such as James Sterling. Thank God for him. My heart jumped with joy as I heard that the vessel was primed to sally forth. All right, well, we better see what we can buy. We haven't got a loss, which is not good. Not good. As it stands, we can have chocolate or beer. Hardly a question usually, but hey-ho. So we're going to go for all the chocolate in the world. I mean, Jim Sterling's got attack die, which is great. Super smashing great. Let's take all the chocolate. We'll take 2 torches. We'll take 3 torches, and the rope's only 2, isn't it? So we'll take 3 rope. And hope to God we're okay. Hope to God we're okay. Did we lose everything? Have we got nothing at all? Oh, that's rather terrible. Hey-ho. I rejoiced as the vessel was primed to sally forth. Oh, well, we better, well, let's sail, I guess. Expedition 3 and all. I haven't really got much hope with this playthrough, I'll be honest with you. But we'll see, I guess. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. At least we're on the corner. It should give us a definite sort of ring to go around. I dare not recount the trials and tribulations of our voyage, but thankfully we arrived at our expedition area. I knew this place held something special for us. Death, no doubt. Yeah, it's alright. I mean, with the way we are at the moment with our 3 characters, we could do with one of these regions being just a complete write-off, either full of mountains or full of water. Not sure if we're going to get it, but hey-ho, I'm sure we'll find out sooner or later. So, what's in this area? Well, it's pretty sparse, to be honest with you. 20% hit on that. I'm hoping this is going to be somewhere we can rest up. So let's just eat the 1 chocolate. Eat 500 chocolate rations. It's a tempeel. And we're already struggling. That's not good. That'd be not good. Let's eat a few more. I mean, how many do we need to get there? 23. So 2 of those. Excellent. Splendid. Couldn't have gone better. The scale of the falls took my breath away. It was an awe-inspiring sight. The water cooled the air, creating a fresh breeze. I instructed the trek to halt and I told the people to rest. Not a sound was heard tonight as we sat and stared into the fire. Our group was becoming overwrought, and a discussion between James Sterling and Javana Baba escalated into a raucous argument. A moment later, the pair were at each other's throats and tried to strangle each other with grave intentions. Right, so this could go very bad. Or we could quell the argument with a little bit of chocolate. I mean, as far as loyalty is concerned, neither are too loyal, are they? I think we should probably just calm down with chocolate. I promised to reward good conduct with chocolate rations, and thankfully the troops settled down. Suffice to say, in the end, we were just happy that no one was injured. Yes. So we could probably get away with exploring these 2 question marks and then coming back and resting again. So let's rest once more. The air was fresh and cool as we prepared the campfire. This night we could hear the sound of drums from somewhere in the jungle. Boom shakalak. Boom shakalak. 95. I think that's enough to be getting away with. Let's upgrade James Sterling and go and check out what this is. Oh, it's a shaman. We have nothing to offer you right now, so we'll leave that. And a cave. We approached a cave. The rocky moor led into darkness of unknown depths. We needed a torch to uncover its mysteries. We have torch. Oh, we lit a torch and descended into the darkness. We arrived at a small cavern jumbled with the debris of what seemed to be a failed expedition. A few mortal remains were long rotten. All the bones we found had been cracked open and it seemed sucked empty of marrow. We were delighted to see that one of the corpses was still clinging to useful equipment. What you got? Oh! Well, that's all very lovely. We'll take all that. We have a treasure map. We have a treasure map. A little bit of mountain sticking out. I don't think it's anywhere we can see at the momento. No. Right, okay. Well, let's 26, 20 plus the base. We should be okay. Let's go to the shaman and see if he's got anything worth trading. We entered a peculiar-looking hut. The place smelled of old dank wood and with all sorts of dried herbs and other peculiar things hanging from the walls. A native shaman approached us with a wild-eyed stare as he chewed on some leaves. What you got, Mr. Shaman? As if time was moving slower for him, the shaman got out a bag made of animal hide and presented his wares. Oh, yeah, I forgot we've got the haggling skill as well. That's fantastic. What have you got? Lake creation, spring creation, wisdom, and world creation. None of them are useful. So what we got? A little bit of that. I'm not too fussed about the costume flares. I mean, we could get the drums. No, we can't. I want to keep hold of the dynamite. It's just another way of attacking. So, I mean, do I go for the cocoa leaves? I think the flutes would be worth something. Hell no. The flutes would be worth something if we were to take them back, I believe. And it's a good way of distracting wildlife. I think a few of those. Can we afford to take all that? I think we can. That'll do. That'll do. Cleansing. It's all right. She's only a kleptomaniac. Let's make our way back. Super. Explore again. Rest overnight. Oh dear. Dendrophobia. It was a rather cold night as we rested by the fireplace. I was taking count of our inventory when I was startled by a scream. A rotten tree had inexplicably fallen and battered Javana Baba. Thankfully, she was barely injured, but the whole incident left him visibly shaken. Okay. Scared of giant trees. Okay. Right, so let's rest again. The air was fresh and cool as we prepared the campfire. Unexpected visitors arrived. We were surprised to see natives painted in bright colours. Are you scared of anything? I don't think so. Yeah, come sit down. We invited them to join us. They gladly accepted and sat down, sharing stories by the warming fire. We can recruit one for free, I presume. Ooh. Let's see what they got to trade first. Gold and berries. Gold and berries. I mean, how much for the gold? Ooh. Well, that's rather a lot, I think. That's rather a lot. How about berries? 2 more berries? I say okay. We invited them to join us. Yes, we've done that bit. And let's try and recruit now. Awesome. Got a warrior. After some negotiation, one of them was indeed willing to join our trek. We invited them to join us. They gladly accepted and sat down, sharing stories by the warming fire. The natives stood up, thanked us for the hospitality, and headed into the darkness. That went really well. Oh, he's a local and he's upset. Midwip, native warrior. Yeah, he's all right. Right, we're going to go further afield this time, so let's rest once more. Oh, got some raw meat now. This was a good place, and I was sure we would get some well-deserved rest here. Midwip explored the vicinity of our camp. He came back some hours later with a happy smile on his face. In his hands he held the bloody meat from some unfortunate animal. I was unable to tell which animal the meat was from, but it was probably better to plead ignorance. We can trade some more. We can trade some more. Right, so we're suddenly in a very good position. A super duper whooper position. I think we're going to hit up the shaman once more. We'll see if we can get rid of Javana's ailments for relatively light cost. The shaman was willing to offer his services but demanded remuneration up front. He promised that his ritual, the patient would be cured of all sorts of mental demons. Right, so have the meat. Almost there. I mean, I've got the berries. I think I'll get rid of the cocoa leaves. Awesome. And Javana? The shaman began chanting. He seemed to be in commune with the spirits. After a short while, he calmed down and we helped Javana Baba to her feet. Sweet. Scared of something still. Only 1 day left. That's fine. That's fine. All right. Well, we're in a very comfortable position all of a sudden. Let's go north. Let's go north. I don't think we're going to finish first still. Decrease loyalty. I feel like that tree is watching me. Aha. Ha 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 ha. That's going to be some springs. Right, let's get to here. We're going to... You know what? I haven't been keeping an eye on this. The map. The map. The map. Still nowhere near. Still not on this side. That's fine. I think we should probably... 18. It wasn't that much, was it? We could always travel back. Yeah, I think I'll probably end up travelling back. So let's examine the shrine, see what it is first. We stood before a temple comprised of huge stones. All manner of plant life grew towards the sun. Low-hanging vines partially concealed the entrance that led within. The surface about the structure felt hot to the touch. It was still possible to walk there, but the potential source of this heat was disconcerting. Before us lay some kind of ceremonial room. It was a truly awe-inspiring sight. I held my breath as we discovered an ancient altar in its centre. God! I would not leave empty-handed. That was exactly what we came for. The moment we obtained the treasure, the earth began to rumble. We fled as fast as we could as the shrine was swallowed before our very eyes and a volcano began to rise, spitting fire and oozing lava. Awesome! Not anywhere near us. Right, so let's eat as many chocolates as we need to get back. Cost of 40. And how is that going to take us? Quite close to fire. What about if we went this way around? 46. Still okay. We'll do that. I presume all this is going to be satellite in a second? Yes, yes, yes. Oh, well, at least it's killed all the ferocious wildlife. Make it easier to travel on as well, but by the by. We arrived at a magnificent waterfall. It was an awe-inspiring sight. The water cooled the air, creating a fresh breeze. Let's rest. That night something felt amiss as we sat by the campfire. James Sterling approached me with a desperate look on his face. He had misplaced his sister's bracelet. He begged me to remain in the area to search for it. I knew we could easily lose a day or two here. I mean, we've got a good chance. Let's do it. Sweet. We spent a while looking for this missing object. Javana Baba criticised my decision, oh dear, to waste time and did not help in the search. What's she like now? Oh, she does not like us. Fortunately, we found the item after backtracking for a while. We continued about our travels in higher spirits and thankful for luck even in such hostile climes. We're going to lose her. She's going to be gone. She's going to be gone. I don't know what else I can do. I'll rest again. The mood was buoyant as I ordered wood to be gathered for a fire. The night was veritably anodyne. James Sterling and Javana had a pleasant time as they sat on the ground and passed the time over backgammon. We're good. We are good. Right, so 33 to get to there. Let's do it. Oh, the tiger wasn't burnt to a crisp. Hey ho. Oh, we've got a butterfly. Lovely. Aha! We can try go to that side. Well, it doesn't appear like... Oh. Oh. That's much of a muchness. A write-off, he says. Although, I'm going to have to go and have a look over there, aren't I? I'm just going to have to, because if I don't, the pyramid will be there. I'm sure of it. Right, so, explore. We reached a place of outstanding natural splendour. The water had a strong colouring, very likely from a geothermal groundwater. Lepidopterophobia. Yes. We settled down and allowed everyone to rest. Our morale was low as we sat and stared into the fire. James Sterling screamed as a red butterfly flew past. That night he dreamt of giant butterflies devouring him alive. Oh, the irrationality of the human mind. Yeah. Let's do that again. The mood was buoyant and I ordered wood to be gathered for a fire. I gazed deep into the carved eyes of the face in the mountain. I was convinced it was my face I saw upon that mountain. Who had carved this awesome monstrosity? When? And what lay behind its unmoving grimace? More rock, probably. More rock. I mean, it'd be lovely if these tigers set alight, but I don't think we're going to have such luck. Rest again. The group was in a fairly good state of mind. Middlewup and Javana shared a personal moment as they sat by the fire and passed the time over backgammon. Right, so here's the plan. Here is the plan. Oh, fire. Da, 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 da. That's alright, it won't spread. We want to get up onto there. We're going to have to eat a chocolate to get back, though. $31, $32. Let's go for it. If we have to cancel it, we have to cancel it. I mean, I think we're good. See, I bloody knew it. I knew it. Right, okay, so let's explore. The exotic landscape complemented the extraordinary Golden Pyramid. Outwitting all trials before us, we had succeeded. I had completed my journey, but for what price? Now all that was left was surviving the journey back to my vessel. Yes. Wow, that's quite a fire. That is quite a fire. I mean... How much to get to there? 47 through the fire. Let's travel to there and see how this fire... You know what? Let's travel to there and just see how this fire comes around. The tiger is on us! Can we take down the tiger? Aggroed for 22 days. I think we're going to have to take down the tiger. And I can't upgrade James Sterling yet. We do have an extra set of dice anyway, which I've completely forgotten about. Let's do it. Just the one. 14. Roll it. How much of us to throw that in? What can I use? Planned explosion, multi-attack. Let's hold on to these as well. See what else we get. What's that? Precise explosion. But we all take a hit. That shouldn't be too bad because I'm trying to justify this now. We get to heal. We get free heals off Rapsutin. And no one's going to bleed. They're just going to be hit. So let's do that. Damage of 3. That's 3 by itself. What do we need? 6. We'll hold on to those. Or do we take the shields? You know what? I think we should take the shields. Let's play it a little bit safe. No one's bleeding. That's good. Boom. Right, so what can we take? What can't we take? We can take you and you. That'll do. Well, that's taken it off a little bit. Can we get close to this? Oh, so to there. 20%. You know what? I'm willing to eat a chocolate for that. Still 20%? Can we just stand next to it? We can. Right, so we'll get up to full... What? What? Infected, oh dear. Okay, in the wilderness it was nearly impossible to prevent an injury from becoming infected. Midwup's wound had begun to fester and secrete an astonishing degree of pus. Nice. Again, I haven't been looking at this, and now we've had a big fire. It's very hard to tell. Or not, it's there. Right, okay, that's fine. We'll come back to it. We should have done it originally. Never mind. Right, so let's explore the springs. We want to rest. Acrophobia. And morale was low as we rested by the fireplace. We'd already spent a fair while in the lofty climbs of the region, but she unexpectedly found it difficult to cope. She urged me to not spend more time in these unnatural heights. This was surely in jest. I mean, how? How? Minus an infected wound. Bathing in the hot springs had astoundingly healed our wounds. Awesome. I laid awake and listened to the chaotic wildlife surrounding me, and it had me wondering if there was a way to foresee the kinds of curses that awaited me when raiding the old temples in these lands. Maybe if I paid special attention to each temple's aesthetic, I could gain an advantage. Yes. Rest once more. I took great pleasure sitting by the crackling fire and took a moment to record the recent happenings in my travel journal. I noticed Midwup catching me in the ways that one would show desire. Oh, saucy, saucy. Alright, so up to tip-top fashion. Let's get out of here. We want to go to there, not travelling by the fire, staying away from the fire. And we're going to use that darn shovel. After many hours of digging, we indeed found something valuable hidden beneath the surface. What you got? Really? Is that it? Is that it? Bloody voodoo dolls. After all that. Sometimes I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so let's explore again. Rest. Oh, now we've got scurvy. Awesome. I made quite the unpleasant discovery. Javan and Baba's teeth were falling out one by one. I made a note about giving her softer rations. Only later I noticed that she had bandaged sore spots on her body. Physician highly recommended. Oh, bugger. Infection chance of plus 30. Okay, rest again. Tonight we had a paranormal incident. The ghosts of dead natives appeared to us. They told us they had been killed by unnatural monsters that were breeding in a nearby cave. If we would kill the monsters, they promised that we would find a worthwhile magical reward on their corpses. Oh, we'll have a look. We accepted their plea and vowed to hunt down their killers. They seemed grateful and told us about the location of a cave. Afterwards, they disappeared into the night whence they came. Well, to be honest with you, it's a little bit out of my way. You know, I think it's a case of thanks, but no. Thanks, but no. I think, looking at the map, we've done pretty well. We're full, that's for sure. So I think I'm going to leave the episode here, and I need to decide on whether we're going to go exploring or not. I mean, essentially, we could get pretty far. As long as we don't exceed... Let's just do this once more. Get up to full health. I enjoyed the warm night and utilised the lull to record my experiences in my personal journal. I noticed James Sterling watching me curiously. Ha ha ha. Tippity top. And we shall leave it there. How long have we got that for? Ever, I guess. So yes, we will continue this in the next episode. We'll see how far we can probably discover this one down here. We can leave whenever we want. We've got one more shrine we can hit on the way home anyway. I am very, very open to the fact that we have no way of buying any more food unless we come across the village and we can rest there. And they're not too happy with us, so we're probably going to have to trade something to make it worth their while. But hey, that's another worry for another day. Thank you for watching. As always, a like is appreciated, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy.